Monster Brain.
Wow, hello! I'm Megan Tenyus and welcome to my new show, Monster Brain, an art show about the monsters
in our brain.
It's a classic tale about battling struggles, internal strife, and just common frustration through art. Because monsters are real. And I'm here to tell you that if you're having a bad day, it's not your fault, it's a monster's fault. It's true. I'll show you.
Look at Megan, trying to get some work done. She thinks she's gonna write her best script ever, but check out that blank page. Cursor taunts with painful stabs of indecisiveness. But you know what could help right now? A snack. Yeah. Oh look, a fidget spinner. Okay, we've had a snack, so get back to work. Well, actually, what's everyone doing on Instagram? Looks like Megan's friend Carly has a really neat Instagram that features beautiful houses in a clean, minimalist style. Okay, bet there's some time to watch a little Bob Ross and take a quick snooze, right? Yes, that's right, Megan. Sleep. You can always just write that script tomorrow.
Alright, hey, it's me. It's the voiceover Megan. I'm here, in sweatpants. I've cleared off my table to draw a portrait of this monster that's destroying my productivity. Procrastination. As an artist, before I accept the responsibility to turn something from nothing into something, there's a lot of delaying that occurs. For example, I like to change clothes like a few times, eat some Oreos, and check all my social accounts and emails, just in case. But then, somehow, I find it within me to keep going. Getting into the creative process can be frustrating. Sometimes it strikes you with lightning and you sprint to the creative finish line like Michelangelo, Van Gogh, or God. But for me, that's not typically the case. With anything in my life, actually. I like to take a considerate amount of time to weigh the options, and that process isn't linear. Quite frankly, it's a mess. And in that mess, there's an unavoidable step of procrastination that occurs because a blank slate is intimidating. A blank piece of paper, whether it's to write on, to draw on, or to throw at a crush in math class, represents possibility and potential. And in order to stay focused, you have to ignore this slimy, lazy chaos monster that lingers over your shoulder, urging you to think about everything else you could be doing instead of the present task. And I sure hate the feeling of something looking over my shoulder, and this monster really knows how to do that. It makes me feel like whatever it is that I'm doing, it could wait. I could obsess over art posts and slime videos. Procrastination monster's arm literally turns into my phone in front of my face, making me want to spend hours of my week on Instagram or YouTube, not because I want to, but because there is a temporary sort of satisfaction that comes from procrastinating the task at hand. And if you let the monster consume you, then the work it won't get done. Maybe you'll accomplish something else, like vacuuming, or doing laundry, or even finishing that Netflix series that everyone's been raving about. You can finally join the conversation now. Huzzah! When I was in 8th grade, I would spend my nights on Instant Messenger and Roller Coaster Tycoon rather than do my homework, because it could wait. I could do this tomorrow. What mattered in the moment was that I was getting really good at designing theme parks and establishing deeper relationships with my friends at school. But my grades slipped, like really slipped. I was a good student and I tried really hard, but that year, the procrastination monster had consumed me completely and shook up my priorities. I was too distracted to see that there could be time for everything if I would just take time to balance my life. I found that if you can ignore the growls of the procrastination monster and focus on the present task that you need to get done, you'll be happier. You'll have a sensation of success and have time to do the other things that are important to you, like relationships and being the best at Roller Coaster Tycoon. Just fight the monster and properly set aside time for the things that are important to you, because you know you're better than that in denial, resistant, and lazy loser.
The end of the episode, I hope you liked it. Now you know how to defeat the procrastination monster, yeah.
Monster Brain.
Hi. Oh, hello. I'm Megan Tenyus. Welcome to Monster Brain, an art show that blames monsters for all of the frustrations of everyday life. And this week, I'm confronting a monster that I battle pretty much every day of every week.
So, you have a purse. You got places to go and things to buy, but you often ignore the mess I can cause. Just like that. You're out in public with your personal and private stuff exposed. It's embarrassing. So you collapse. Good luck living with me, because as long as I'm in your purse, I guarantee you'll never find what you're looking for.
Alright, so I have clutter. Physical, emotional, all around chaos at times. We all do, and it's a sure bummer when our purses reflect this as well. Messy purses make us ask the questions, where is my health insurance card? Why can't I find that receipt to Bed Bath & Beyond? Oh, I still have this lip gloss? And sweet, $5 I didn't realize I had. But the inside of a purse is a storage space with an appetite. It's where our stuff goes to die, while we ironically think it's the safest place to keep it. It's like setting an unattended child's sans life jacket into the shallow end of the pool. It should be safe and you hope they have a good time while they're there, but you have to cross your fingers that they don't travel to the deep end and die. You see, our purses house a monster. She's maniacal and eclectic in style. She thrives off mess and feeds on gum and crumbs of granola bars. She hides tampons on the days that they're needed, but exposes them when it's most inconvenient. Like, if grocery shopping didn't cause me enough anxiety already, she'll borrow my bobby pins without permission and keep them for years. She's frustratingly unorganized, and she'll try to embarrass you at any social gathering you bring her to. So, how do you defeat this monster, you might be wondering? Well, the instinct would be to say to get a bigger purse, but hey, that's quite the opposite of good advice. The bigger bag you have, the more stuff you're feeding the monster, and it will ultimately consume you. So get a small bag, declutter your life, and you'll house a small, scrawny monster that survives off occasional spare change in no time.
No matter if your bag is designer or from Target, you got a monster in there.
I'll never find it.
Keep it organized or it will consume you, and it will be very frustrating and embarrassing.
You don't want that.
Never find it. Purse monster, sit back down. You've had enough to eat. Be gone.
Do you ever regret eating too much food during the holidays? Well, then we've got an art show for you.
Ooh. It's that time of year again. There's a ton of food around the holidays, and it is impossible to ignore. I'm so full. Every single year it happens again and again. I eat and eat and eat until I'm actually in pain. Because not only is food delicious, but it's also a key component to feeling comfortable in social situations, which is a lot of what the holidays are all about. And what cures stress better than an extra piece of pie? I don't know. Holiday hunger. It's only just begun.
Hey Megan, it's me, the holiday hunger monster. Oh my god, look at all this food. Look at all this food. Look at all the people.
You should probably fill your plate up as full as you possibly can.
You're starving. And after all, it would be rude not to try a little bit of everything.
Ooh, some mashed potatoes. Take some seconds. How about some thirds? I'm feeling competitive. It'd be fun if you, challenge everybody and ate the most. Calories don't count during the holidays. Go ahead, dish up some more.
Yes. Eat, eat. Eat, 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 eat until you feel like a sluggish waste of a human.
The holiday hunger monster. It's as obvious as it is predictable. Lurking out from the winter darkness, it's a little voice reminding you that you could use some extra calories. And a monster with so much presence and charm is hard to ignore. This time of year is centered around cheer, but focusing on cheer has an ironic way of shining a light on the things in life that aren't going so good. Like if you're not feeling your best, you might try and force your cheer, convincing everyone around you that you're doing great. The holiday hunger monster will then urge you to stuff those feelings deep down with more food. It'll start shoveling everything edible into your mouth. After all, the more time you spend eating, the less time you have to spend talking. But say you're feeling fine. You got that holiday cheer. You're still susceptible to giving in to the appeal of all the sweet, carefully crafted cookies and cakes around you at every family, work, and friend get-together. The monster whispers in your ear, "It's okay.
This only happens once a year. Go ahead, enjoy it all.
The danger of this persuasion is that you could make yourself sick, or maybe you'll get into the habit of stress eating and then you'll gain weight. But it doesn't have to be that extreme, because you can cope with this monster with some self-control. Just accept it as a kind of annoying friend that you deep down really love, because you don't have to beat yourself up about eating a little extra during the holidays. You should treat yourself. You do deserve a slice of pie if you want one. Just keep tabs on it, and remind the monster who's really in control. Thank you for watching this episode of Monster Brain. If you like this video, give that like button a little tap. Do you like to color? If you do, then we have a link in the description below where you can download this image for free and then color it in yourself, display it for your family over the holiday season. Please upload it to the internet so that we can see it. Hashtag Monster Brain and then tag We Are Snarled and Megan Tenyas. I'll be like, I like it. If you have a suggestion for the next Monster Brain, please leave us a comment down below about what monsters plague your lives. I'd love to hone that in and draw it up so we can defeat it together.